All right, welcome to Movers and Makers virtual chat series. I'm your host, Sonny Kay, and it gives me great pleasure to welcome our guest today, Calvin Parent of the band Carinae. Am I saying Carinae right?
Well, we've always pronounced it Carinae, but
Carinae, okay, pardon me.
that's quite all right. You're pronouncing it correct. We just never have.
I had actually heard it also pronounced with sort of like an Enya kind of an N, Carinae.
Oh, I like that.
And then I have to admit that I did a little bit of Googling about the name or about you guys, and came across some stuff to do with the name. Of course, the celestial origins of the name,
Of course,
which got me thinking maybe it was Carinae, but also threw into perspective the name of your first record, Etta.
Yeah, Etta. Yeah. It's funny. We've heard everything over the years.
I bet you.
There's this. I was recently reminded of this. Couple of years ago when our last album came out, somebody did an independent YouTube review, and just a regular person. It's not something that they do on a consistent basis through their YouTube page, but he was saying, and after some deep research into how the name might be pronounced, I'm pretty sure it's Carinae. And I was like, don't know where that's coming from, but I loved it.
Awesome. Well, you mentioned your last record coming out. I wonder if we could talk a little bit about the history of the band.
Of course.
For anyone who's not familiar, from what I can tell, your first record dropped in 2015.
Mm-hmm.
Is that right?
Yep.
When did you guys get together?
So we probably started as a band in 2014, late 2013, early 2014. It was myself and the piano player in the band, Casey Green. He had a band that just kind of finished playing. People were moving on in their life. It was kind of just post-college for them. And he was looking to start a new thing. He had all these new songs, and I had just moved to Western Mass maybe the week before, and we got into a rehearsal space with the original drummer of the band, a guy named John Young, and it just made sense. And I was living with another person at the time who was a great bass player, and I was like, do you want to join this band? And within a couple of weeks, we kind of had the pieces together. Where we live is a town called Hadley, and it's kind of a bucolic farming community, very rich natural soil. Hadley has it's the asparagus capital of the world.
Oh, wow. Okay. So you guys have been out in California for a few months now?
Yep, we got here January 10th, so just about 2 months now.
Okay. And have you been staying anywhere in particular?
Yeah, so we got a house, and it's kind of been a blessing, honestly. We came out here with another Western Mass band who will also be playing at VOV this year, the Sun Parade.
Sure.
They're kind of our sister band. And yeah, we got this house at the north end of Koreatown in Los Angeles, and we turned the living room into a studio. We brought all of our microphones and our recording equipment. We brought an upright piano with us. Like we packed pretty hard. And I've just been here as kind of a self-imposed artist retreat, playing shows when we can get them, recording. We made a music video this last weekend, writing, but also escaping the clutches of late winter in New England.
Well, that makes a lot of sense. Have both bands been recording, or just you guys?
Both bands have been recording. They're actually right now recording a song.
Oh, wow. Okay.
In the living room, and yeah, we've done a few things here and there.
How has the process been of playing shows out there? Has it been is it competitive to get a gig there these days?
It's interesting. it's still, it's tough as an outsider perspective.
Sure.
But, like, we're just getting to know people now, other than the folks that we knew prior to our arrival. So it's been interesting. Like, we played a show the very first week we got here, within 3 or 4 days. And that was really great. Like, a friend knew a band that was playing a local show, and somebody dropped off last minute, and we were able to come in and made a good impression. We were able to get another show out of that.
Great.
And then the next show led to another. So I think we've played 4 shows since we've been here, which is not a ton, but enough.
How do the shows out there compare to what you're used to in Western Mass?
It's funny. They've been really good. It's like the last show we played was in Silver Lake at a place called the Silver Lake Lounge.
I saw the photo. It's unmistakable.
Yeah, it's a cool spot. I was just told the other day that it was kind of like Elliott Smith's haunt.
Yes,
and
true.
Silver Sun pickups, and it was a great show. We were supporting our friend Gabe Bernini, who is from Western Mass. There was a surprising amount of Western Mass people there.
Wow.
Which is odd, but lovely. And the energy was really tangible. He's been here for a couple years at this point, so he has a community and friends, and there's a lot of support around that. And
that's cool.
We brought our elements of our community here as well, and it was just a really great time. And the shows are good. The conversation is good after the shows. Get a lot of positive, at the very least, feedback.
Good.
Which I appreciate. It's hard to measure up any show environment to Western Mass, kind of based on our tenure there. Like, in the early days of this band was for us, and this is something that goes in waves, and it's so subject to the individual and your age and involvement. But when we were in our early mid-20s, there was a renaissance period of the DIY scene in Western Mass that we were kind of central to, because we were the ones that were ready and available, and there was all these houses that we would throw shows once a month, 2-3 times a month, and it was such a tangible energy, 200 people crammed into a basement shoulder to shoulder, like waiting on bated breath on every note, and that was the norm for so long.
Wonderful.
And
that's a hard situation to replicate, I bet.
Yes, it's near impossible.
Yeah. I was listening to your records and not really paying attention. I was working and listening to them, and I believe there's one that starts with a sample or something of someone saying something along the lines of you're about to see the unparalleled power of the underground or something like that. And that really registered with me, actually, for precisely the reason you're talking about, I think. And that was interesting. That was just a funny little footnote there.
Totally. It's I don't know exactly where that sample comes from, but it does encapsulate all of that.
Yeah, it was great. It's great. Are you guys passing through South by Southwest on your way here?
Yeah, we'll be there for just about a week, 5 days.
Imagine you've probably been there a few times in the past.
Yep, we've been there a few times. Never as official showcase artists.
Really? Wow, that's remarkable. Good for you.
Yeah, it's and it's always a thing. It's never in the past it's been an intentional thing. This year I just forgot. Which has also been a thing that's happened a lot, where it's like, oh, the deadline.
So in the past you had submitted and been rejected but gone anyway.
No, we never submitted. I don't think we've ever actually submitted. We always miss the deadline.
So you just went anyway because there's so many satellite shows. You don't even need to be part of it, really.
Exactly, and that's more of our community, anyways. Is like a DIY satellite community. Like we don't have management or a label or anything, so it's always just made more sense for us to do the things surrounding it
Mhm.
with our, extended community, people who we've hosted in the past or have ties to Western Mass or the band. Um, and it's fun that way. We don't really ever feel the need to be a part of the organization or
Right.
the a cog in the wheel,
Yeah, I can understand that. I mean, there's not really, unless you have those kind of career aspirations, there's not really any need for it, especially somewhere like Austin where there's just so much going on at South by Southwest.
Totally.
It's almost an endurance test actually to try and keep up with it.
Yeah, it's pretty wild to see how people approach that. I think that was the last time we were there, 2019. Our good friends, New York band called Skydived, were
Oh yeah.
just doing like a tour de force. Like I think they played 11 shows or something, like
Wow.
8 or 11 shows in
God,
a couple of days. Like they
unbelievable.
came and played a show we put on in somebody's backyard, and they were like there for as long as they could be, and then they're like, gotta drive across town and go play another.
They were supposed to play that last VOV that got canceled here because of COVID, and I was I was looking forward to seeing them, and hopefully we'll get them back here one of these days. If they're still
I
out.
hope so. They're a fantastic band, and a even greater group of people to boot.
Sounds like there's someone warming up or something's happening.
Yeah, the recording is beginning.
Okay.
Can you? Is
Well,
it obtrusive?
I can hear it, but it's not a big deal. No. We can keep this fairly short. Carinae will be playing at 9:15 on Saturday night, Saturday, March 19th. You'll be the final band on Saturday night here, 18th annual Valley of the Vapors, and a lot of people here are very excited to see you guys back in town. I believe you've only actually played one VOV. Is that right? Or did
Yes,
you play
we
played
played one VOV, and we played the fall festival.
Hot Water Hills.
Hot Water Hills, yes.
That's right. Okay, I knew you'd been here twice. I didn't think you would have played twice at a VOV. We don't do it like South by Southwest does here.
Yeah.
So, it's going to be great to see you guys all back here again. Is the lineup as it was the last time?
We'll be a 6-piece this time.
Okay.
So kind of the primary grouping.
All right.
Peter, our sound person, won't be able to make it with us, the sound effects guy.
I see.
But it'll be. We're very, very excited.
I'm sure you've heard the festival's been taken outside now, and is kind of a different, a little bit of a different beast than it was the last time you were here.
Yeah, I'm very curious to see what that's like.
We're very excited about it ourselves, and quite thrilled with the opportunity to do it at the location that we are, and we feel like you'll all be pleasantly surprised. Let's put it that way.
Thank goodness. I'm quite excited. We sing the high praises of VOV and Hot Springs.
Wow, that's very kind of you. Thank you on behalf of the town and the event and Loki Arts. I thank you very much for that. We're proud of what we got going on here, and
should be very
excited when people such as yourselves make the effort to come and be part of it. So thank you for that. I'm going to let you get back to your idyllic, beautiful day in Southern California while the rain starts coming down here a little louder by the minute.
Oh, goodness.
But thank you so much, Calvin, for making some time to talk to me today. And
of course, my pleasure, Sonny. Thank you.
Safe travels on your way out here. We'll see you in a few days, just about.
Yeah. We'll see you very, very soon. Very excited to be there.
Great. Well, thanks again, and bon voyage. See you shortly.
Thank you, Sonny.